Welcome to another The Builders Agency Lessons. Good to have you. Today's lesson is related to custom work as a web designer, developer, and as somebody that needs those things. So specifically with WordPress, because we do a lot of WordPress here, if you dream something up and you design something, that can be translated, right? So over time, building themes over the years, and I've done a lot of themes in the hundreds, right? There was very few instances where we got a design and we're like, we're not gonna be able to do that. Usually, most of the time, we figure out how to do it. But that's through a combination, a kind of a routine you go through, especially when it comes to custom themes or building themes for specific clients. Like there's two ways I've built themes. I've built it for the masses, where we built a theme where people can buy that theme and use it, and we maintain it over time. Or you build it very specifically and very custom for just a single client. And in those cases, how we arrive there is first that client, or if let's say it's yourself looking for a theme for your website, you're maybe going to go out first to the marketplaces and see if like Theme Forest or other places similar to that. There's a lot of places, a lot of themes. Some are standalone, some are in these marketplaces. You see if you can find something that works for you. And so now the only drawback there is that if you do find something, you're going to pretty much guarantee lots of other people have that similar design. So you're not going to be super unique. So that's the first thing you gotta know. But let's say you can't find something that's really suited for you, and you want to build it from scratch. You want to design it from scratch. Okay. Then if you create a design first, it's going to be difficult for you to find a theme out there. I mean, you can use a theme as a framework. Even page builders like Elementor, you can translate a custom design onto those themes. But that's, it's a different thing. So the third party doesn't work. Okay, we're going to build it custom. We want something custom design. So somebody's going to build that custom. But it also goes for specific features and stuff too. The reason I brought this up today is something we got this past week was a theme that I actually coded myself. I designed and coded myself like 3 years ago. And it's one of our agency partners' clients. And I got a note that a couple of their widgets just stopped working. They disappeared. They didn't stop working. They just disappeared. So there was nothing on the sidebar anymore. And it was after an update to WordPress. And so we are fixing that. So that's the only drawback with custom work is that there's not going to be an automatic theme update that fixes bugs along the way. You're going to have to go back to your original developer or find a new developer to fix those things. So there's some drawback to doing custom work like that, but hopefully it's being built well enough where that's not going to happen too often. With WordPress though, or similar, any of your big CMS or whatever, anything you're building a site on, the underlying code can change over time. jQuery gets upgraded or something happens and it breaks something. So that's going to happen. But it really made me think about it though, because this is looking back at the site. It's kind of cool looking at a site that you built like 3 years ago and it's still doing what they intended it to do. It's still working great. Otherwise, it's very custom. There's a lot of other stuff that we did for the site. It's been working brilliantly otherwise. In fact, we're going to build a similar site. I just learned we're going to build a similar site to it for a different client. Anyway, but it really drove home. Like it's actually pretty cool because they couldn't have done these features like we did. And like those two widgets, I designed it again. And I was just creative. right? When I design something, I want to just forget where it's going. I want to just design it, do something really unique, and then what I'll do is I will try to find maybe a plugin that can do that, or that we could style, whatever that plugin's doing. In this case, I couldn't find anything that had widgets or did anything near what I had designed, so I had to code it from scratch. Um, but that's what's really cool about it, though. So, I mean, really, the lesson here is that if you've gone through, you haven't found a third party you like, okay, let's design it ourselves. You can do that. You can design anything and get that translated to WordPress, to a WordPress theme. You're going to have to find a good developer to do that. You want somebody that knows what they're doing. But also, even if you got an existing theme and you got something you have a vision for something, or you have something you want to function a certain way, either look a certain way, a certain layout, a certain design, and you just can't find something or a block or whatever to make that happen, talk to a developer that does custom work like us at Unified Web Design, and we'll figure it out. We'll wireframe it out. We'll see if we can do it. Because there's probably an outside. There's situations where you can't do something, or it doesn't make sense, or it might have a different route you want to take. But if it can be done, it can be done, and you could build something cool and something unique to you and your brand. That's all I got to say about that. Until next time, take care.